Oh. That's officially our worst intro ever. Our worst.
57.
Yes, actually, yes.
Let's go, boys. You know we're gonna get that right now.
Legitimately the worst intro in all 57 episodes out so far.
What's the name of our podcast?
It's the KillCam Comcast.
Yes, you got it. That's exactly what I was gonna say. The KillCam Comcast.
I legitimately debated like seeing what happens if you like rename or rebrand a podcast just to see it's like, do we do this? And then it was like it causes problems. I'm like, fuck it. But
The
imagine
KillCam Comcast.
he's gonna fucking show up and just kill us for copyright.
I don't give a fuck. I could take him.
But yeah, episode 57. Not a lot of big things to talk. I know there was something that you mentioned last episode where you were like, I wanted to get on this and we forgot it, and it's something that like you've been meaning to talk about for a few episodes, and like we always run out of time.
Yeah.
So I forget what that was, but it's like, let's just start off with that just so that we don't keep this trend going.
I mean, I'm assuming what we're referencing is related to how every game now comes out in early access.
Yes.
And the devs take your money, and then they may or may not update, complete, finish, whatever you want to call the game. And how, you know, that used to be an anomaly for only very specific types of games or very specific games. And then now it seemingly is for every game. And to me, devs are taking advantage of the community and gamers by accepting that cash. And then generally, I mean, how often, like how long did it take for Forest to come out of alpha? Remember?
Dude, oh god, that game was in alpha for a while.
Like 4 or 5 years. And it's like,
yeah,
it's either A, the game is done, and for whatever reason you're holding on removing the early access title, or it's you never finished what you actually wanted to finish or what you originally committed to finish, so you just kind of patch it up and then you just say it's done and you move
I think
on.
that's what they did with the Forest, because they announced like Sons of the Forest, like the sequel, and people were like, wait, how are you doing a Forest 2 when your first one's still buggy? Like, yeah, it's technically like not early access, but it is with how it performs.
I mean, that's a perfect example. So essentially, we funded Forest 1 and 2 without even receiving a finally completed game yet.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. That's like the thing, and it's like, I don't know.
Why the fuck is that okay?
See, because I was thinking about this.
Should I go to my boss tomorrow, turn in some financial statements? Oh, you know, I just kind of put some estimates in there. It's not quite done yet, but you can distribute those. I did my job, right?
I mean, as if you get paid, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm trying to remember. Maybe you can like nail it down, but it's like games. Like I know, like pretty much back on like the Xbox 360, PS3 era, like games were finished, and the Xbox One and PS4 era, I feel like is when it started to change. But it's essentially like how games went from like finished projects or finished products with occasional updates and patches to like switching their business model as like it's not a finished product, it's a live service.
Right.
And it's like, I hate that practice. I get it for like an MMO. It's an MMO. It's a live service. I 100% get that. But it's like, you know, Halo or Call of Duty, that's not a fucking live service. It's a shooter. It's always going to be a shooter. The only thing you can do to it is add maps. Give me a finished fucking product and just add DLC. Don't be like, oh, Call of Duty's a live service. We're going to keep adding in. No, put those features in from the get-go. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And to build on that, I remember even
Halo's the worst example, and I'm already getting pissed.
Nice. But I remember back in the day, you know, you would have PC games have been getting patches for 15 years. But, but not in the same way that they get them now. Now you may have patches every other day. Back in the day, it was a PC game would get like a 1.1 version and a 1.2 version, and that was it. So it would be like you'd get these massive patches that would fix a bunch of problems at once, and then you might get one more, maybe, 7 months later. Yeah. But the games came out in a state that they really didn't need these patches, like immediately. Like now, like what we were talking about, 2042 last week, and it's like, oh yeah, the game finally boots onto the loading screen. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Dude, every time I boot up Steam, speaking of games that need updates all the time, Every time I boot up Steam,
I want to interrupt you there because that's a good point. That pisses me off, and I'm going to forget if I don't talk about it now. Every time I boot up Steam, every single game is like, hey, man, I got a new patch for you, man. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Stop updating a game and just fucking release it right the first time.
Yeah, like, you know, like like you open up Steam and you look at your library, like all the lists on the left, and you see like half of them are blue where it's like update queue. So prime example, I opened up Steam and it's one of them. Fucking, I think this game, you know what, actually, let me see. If this is early access, I'll give it a buy.
I'll repeat mine after yours. You go first.
Nope, this game's considered a full, but there's 2 games specifically that I swear update every single day when I boot up Steam, and it's Deep Rock Galactic and Aliens Fireteam Elite. I feel like every single time I boot up Steam, those 2 games have an update every time, and it's like, dude, why? Why the fuck do you keep updating?
Right now, I've got 14 games that are scheduled to be updated, and my computer was on last night. If you're catching my drift, meaning these are all new. I've got Hunt Showdown, Mountain Blade, Bannerlord 2, Dyson Sphere Program, Dying Light, Dread Hunger, Aliens Fireteam, Total War, Romy Master, Deep Rock Galactic, Among Us, Don't Starve Together, FTL, Hotline Miami, Portal 2, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. What the fuck are we doing?
Portal 2 has an update? That's the one that threw me way off first, like, when you heard that.
Oh, does it scare you, big gamer?
I do love, though, that when I looked at my downloads, Aliens Fireteam, it was like completed earlier today, and it's like, why is this game updating patch notes? I want to see what it says. Okay, this hotfix patch is 1.0.2.92952. What the fuck, man?
Like some dingus sitting there typing that in. I'm doing a good job.
We have implemented the following changes. Perks corrected an issue that arose from a previous fix that would deactivate when a mission. Like,
so
cool.
Wait, let me interrupt you there. So that means, I put in a patch and I fucked something else up. So here's a patch to fix the packs I already put in that was probably for another patch.
Yeah, that's literally what happens. That's what my favorite thing about Call of Duty is that Call of Duty gets weapon balance updates like religiously, and it's the running joke is like someone will find an overpowered build or a weapon in like Warzone because you can like do all these kits, and something fucks up to where like it's like, oh, if you build a gun like this, there's no bullet drop or anything. It's like hit scan across the map, and then the devs are like, okay, we patched it, and then give it a couple days, someone's like, hey, now you can do it with this gun. That gets patched, and like, and like, I part of me wants to give the devs like credit because it's like, hey, that's a lot of shit to balance.
It should have been balanced in the first place.
But it's like, yeah, it's like, hey, like maybe, you know, take your time on the game so that you don't run into these problems. That's like the thing.
Yeah, I'm just fatigued. I'm fatigued by the state of games. Like,
and you brought up a really good point about it. Because we were talking about like older games, like like internet games, like obviously not PC games, but like pre-internet console games. Like if the game didn't come out and like didn't work, like you couldn't update and patch it. You'd have to, like you said, they'd have to be like a recall on the game to fix it or a re-release of it, and like that would just tank the company. So it's like it had to work from the get-go. That's not to say, of course, they had like some glitches. Like no game's like perfect, but it's like they were playable in the extent that they were meant to be played, you know?
Yeah. So I don't want to beat the shit out of the topic, but it's just fatiguing and it's tiring, and I don't see it getting better anytime soon. If anything, I think it'll get worse.
And I've thought about that too, because it's like, maybe people will stop doing it, but it's like, you know, people are being like, oh, I'm done buying Call of Duty, I'm done buying Battlefield, and then it comes out and they just buy it, and it's like, you know, oh god, yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's like I don't think until like people stop buying it, it's not going to change. Like you said, it's just going to get worse.
Agreed.
Yeah, maybe now, like in the future, in a couple years, when you like buy a game, you just get like the picture for it for like a desktop shortcut. But
so let's talk about that.
Like it won't boot until update 1.10.19. Suck my dick.
So I have concerns. I know one of your all-time favorite games, Dying Light 2, comes out February 4th, and I'm seeing videos of it where the combat looks awful, and people are already locking in on how bad the combat looks. What are your thoughts on
awful
that?
In what way? Like, what are they saying?
Super heavy and like slow, and it looks like there's no impact. You know what I mean? Like you if you haven't watched the video, I think you should pull one up and check it out.
I've watched it, and I do get I do see what it is, because even Dying Light 1 kind of had like that feel to it. Um, I'm just curious too, because it's like you can upgrade skills and perks and weapons in the game. I'm wondering if it's like maybe, it's like low level stuff, and it's like, as you level up, like shit hits harder and looks more like grounded. But yeah, I mean, I've been hyped for Dying Light 2 for years, but it's like there is that skepticism in the back of my mind that's like I'm excited for this game. I'm probably gonna buy it day one, but there's a part in the back of my mind that's like, this game's gonna suck. Which it's like, I don't want it to suck, but it's like no fucking game has come out good since I don't fucking know when. It's like, why would this one too? I don't know. I watched a review. Someone said the movement in the games, like even the reviewers, like the movement feels like you're kind of on like a path at times, which I was like, that doesn't sound good, man. Where it's like, if you go to jump off a building, it's like, let's say like you jump off like a ledge and there's like a ledge you can grab onto after that. It'll just kind of guide you to that ledge. And like, it's not like, oh shit, I jumped too short, like I fucked it up. It's like, oh, you did the jump. It's going to kind of like, you're going to hit that ledge one way or another. And I'm like, please actually remove that feature, because that's stupid.
So all I'm going to say to manage your expectations is that I'm looking at an article from PC Gamer, let me scroll back up here, by Joe Knoop, Knoop, and Morgan Park. And it says, Dying Light, hang on, make sure you read. I'm going to read the direct quote. There will be 5 years of updates. On Techland's official Twitter page for Dying Light 2, they announced January 14th that Dying Light 2 will receive 5 years of support after launch. Specifically, The game posts out events, locations, stories, and in-game items. Given how free roam Dying Light 2 is poised to continue to be, there's tons of space to play between, new weapon options, new places to parkour through, and all sorts of quests and intrigue between the different factions.
Yeah. I mean, Dying Light 1 has been like, it just got updated. I forget what it's called. Like, it got like an update, and it's been being updated for 7 years. And like, the thing with the updates is, it's like, usually the updates are kind of like, I'll compare them to kind of like hunt events. Like, they're not like anything super big. It's just like during during like Christmas, there would be like some zombies are like small, they're like elves, and they have a Christmas hat, and it's just, the community has to kill like 1 billion of them. And then there's like Christmas themed weapons, like instead of like throwing stars, they might be like snowflakes. Like, they're usually small events like that. They're not like game changing ones. So it's like, if they say like that, I'm fine with it. But if updates to them means cut content, then I'll be pissed. If they're like, oh, we got 5 years of updates, and it's like, okay, does that mean that that's 5 years of content that you just are like, oh, we could put this in the game, or we could just stagger it out for 5 years? That's the part that I worry about, because that's what games do nowadays, which sucks.
You like that,
dude? Just sick games.
Oh, gooms.
Like, dude, so do you give a pass? So I guess going back to this, do you not like the idea of early access games then?
So it's a mix, because the concept itself of early access I have no problem with. Okay. The problem I have is what it's turned into, to where devs think it's a free pass to like release something they know isn't even early access quality and start collecting cash. Okay. Without clearly identifying that that's the situation.
See, I think one of the games that like, and it's kind of a small thing, but one of the games I think that did it really well was like Ready or Not, in the sense that it's like, there's even like that one level where they're like, hey, you could play this level, but it's just placeholder bullshit because it's not one that we've done yet. Like, it's going to come out. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, you can actually tell they're actively still trying to add all new shit. It's not like, oh, hey, this game's like 90% done, we're just going to release it now and throw a patch in every couple months for 3 years. I feel like Ready or Not's actually like, hey, we have a lot of ideas, but we're just going to give you what we have now so that we can get feedback.
It's just, to me, the relationship between the dev and the customer goes to the dev and the gamer. The gamer goes to a totally different level once that developer accepts cash. It no longer becomes a he. Like I'm a developer. He. I can take my sweet ass time. No. You're taking people's money. Get off your fucking ass and finish the fucking game.
Okay. Kind of like what? So kind of like, I know they got shit on, but then they redeemed it. Kind of like Hello Games, like with No Man's Sky. It's like everyone thought they were like, the game came out and they were like, oh, thanks for the money. Yeah, our game sucks. But it's like, no, they were like, all right, actually, you know what? We'll fix it. But that also goes to a prime example of like, hey, we released a very broken, not complete game.
Then it shouldn't have even been released. And that wasn't even an early access release. That was a full-blown console
that was like a gold release, yeah.
So again, I don't want to go too deep on it. It's tiring, and it's like, I mean, shit, man. I could just take a dump on a CD, put it on my computer, upload it, and say early access poop, and then people would buy it, and I don't have to do anything else with it.
Dude,
what Maybe if we make an NFT out of it?
Dude, what if we get an early access patch for Skyblivion on the Unreal Engine 8?
You didn't make the cut.
Dude, what a cool guy.
Well, I'm looking at a list of games that are upcoming, and guess what comes out on March 31st?
What?
Rico!
Wait, what? There's a Starship Troopers game coming out?
You know what to do.
Is it that Terran Command game?
Dude, fuck yeah, it is, dude.
I thought that game already came out. That game looks so, like, I might play it, but it's like, it doesn't look good.
It looks pretty fucking bad. I'm looking at screenshots right now.
It didn't look great. I remember because we talked about that like on one of our very first episodes. Dude, what a great movie though. Oh, I saw like a meme or like a tweet or whatever. But like Activision was like, you know, Activision, they just have like a select few games. They have like Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Diablo, all that stuff.
They've got Bobby.
Oh God. But they were like Activision working on like a whole new game entirely. It's gonna be like a survival themed game, and I saw someone like post a tweet or whatever, and they were like Activision's making a new survival themed game. You play as a female, and the setting is the Activision corporate office, and it's like, holy shit, man! It's like, holy fuck, man!
Nice.
Oh, you know what's really funny? And I'm sure you'll like this too, but it's like, dude, like I said, just social media, and people are dumb as fuck on social media. But like anytime I see like anything talking about like Activision or whatever, I'll just see responses where people are like, oh, like, see, even Microsoft bought Activision, nothing's changing. And everyone's just like, you realize this deal hasn't even fucking gone through yet.
Yeah.
But it's just funny.
What the fuck are they talking? What the fuck are they talking about?
Because people are stupid. I love seeing that in response whenever Xbox or whenever an article comes out about Xbox or Activision. Everyone's like, oh, see, even Xbox can't fix their problems. Or it's like, oh, maybe Xbox should have like fix this before they bought Activision. It's like, dude, this deal's not going to be done for like a year. Like, you're fucking dumb. Like, I don't think you understand how this works, dude. But it's really funny just watching people like go at each other's throats over that. It's like, the internet sucks.
The internet does suck, and we know this.
Dude, just buy the dip.
Also, I saw that Crytek confirmed Crysis IV, so that's big news.
4?
However, Crysis IV, yeah. All I'm going to tell about this is that, what the fuck are we getting with this, man? Again, it's like why are we in this state where like every game that comes out that's not titled God of War, we're pretty much like, we don't know what we're fucking getting. Is it going to be an excellent game? Is it going to be a pile of shit? Like, what the fuck are we getting? Because remember the Crysis remaster that just came out not too long ago, which, if it had been remastered correctly, would have been an awesome play.
Yeah, I kind of got shit on, right?
Awful reviews. So you're telling me this company that just got awful reviews on this game is now, oh yeah, beating their chest. You got to trust us, Crysis 4, guys. We're going to release a good game. And you know what you're also going to do?
Did you get a free copy of it?
You're going to, once you release this game, you're going to give us some fucking money. That's what you're going to do, boy. And you're going to like this game. Meanwhile, you load into the game and your computer just like blows up.
Didn't you get Crysis like remastered?
No, they still charged me too, and I didn't buy it, even though it was like half off from me because I had a coupon. Just because the reviews were so bad.
Nice. Dude, but Crysis 4. I know they announced it, but they didn't say anything about its release date, right?
No, it's probably a few years. Poop.
That's the other thing that like I mean, it kind of annoys me. It's like I like getting excited for games, but I hate whenever they tease a game and they're like,
oh, it's 6 years away.
Well, it's like not even 6 years away. They just don't even say a fucking date. And it's like, dude, give me a ballpark estimate. Like kind of like they did with Elder Scrolls 6. I was excited they teased it, and then it's like, when's it coming out? And they're like, we don't know. It's coming out after Starfield. And it's like, okay, when's that coming out? We don't know. And it's like, stop fucking announcing it then.
Dude, what about Overwatch 2?
Dude, Overwatch 2 will forever go down as the game is a meme because they keep delaying it and it hasn't gotten a release date.
It's like, guys, just stop talking about it. It doesn't have a release date. You can't delay something that doesn't have a release.
Well, you know, they like going back to your theory, they would be like, oh, hey, we're delaying it to get people stop talking about the problems at Activision, be like, get them talking about something else. And then they renamed fucking McCree to fucking, what did they name him again? Clarence Cassidy.
Yeah, that definitely fixed the problem, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. I heard after the name change went through that Activision was like ranked as like one of the top like 100 companies to work in America.
Nice.
Because it just fixed so many problems. Well, what a fucking joke.
Changing gears. Do you want me to make you feel really bad right now?
Oh boy.
You ready?
All right, let's go. Does it involve Halo?
Nope.
Okay,
It involves Star Wars 1313.
Oh, not. Oh, I think I know what you're about to go on, but.
So, if you don't remember, anybody doesn't remember, Star Wars 1313 was like a different style of like bounty hunter style, third person Star Wars game where you were set like in the underworld and it was going to be super cool and very Star Wars. It's going to be badass.
It really was.
And it was going to be made by Visceral, which was going to be badass. Anyways, what I was hinting to Kevin about was that they just, and I don't know why they would do this. I think it's because Book of Boba Fett is out on Disney Plus, but they released the footage of Boba Fett from 1313, and it's like a whole like 5-minute clip of gameplay.
I saw that and specifically did not watch it because I was like, I don't want to watch this and get upset.
Well, now I'm talking about it, boy.
It's dude.
You big boy.
Well, that's the thing, because you weren't even supposed to play as Boba Fett in that game. Weren't you just like an unnamed bounty hunter, like a new character? So now you get to play at. That's bullshit. I'm pissed.
Well, no, I think they're implying that he shows up in the story and has like a decent role.
Okay, I thought they were like, oh, hey, by the way, this game you actually play as Boba. It's like, what the fuck, man? And y'all canned it? Nice.
Are you angry?
Oh, you know what's also funny, though, is that didn't EA announce that they were like making like 2 or 3 new Star Wars games?
Nice.
And it's like, dude, just make, just fucking. I know one of them was
finish
like
the KOTOR remaster and move on.
I know one of them, which I'm totally fine with. I know one of them was the sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I'm fine with. I like that game. That game was fucking awesome. Please make more of those. But it's like, dude, make fucking 1313. You know what game also looks really good? Speaking about Star Wars, I don't know if you saw the trailer, but I'm not gonna lie, the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga looks pretty badass.
Looks badass.
It's like every planet, every character, every movie. I was like, you know what? I'll probably get this game. God damn it, man! How was Star Wars? Did you ever play Star Wars Squadrons?
Yes, I played a few hours of it.
Did you like it? Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. It was just hard to do because I insisted on playing it in VR.
Yeah. I remember it came out and then like everyone was hyped and then I didn't really hear much about it. I didn't know if it like bombed or if like it just kind of fell off or what.
I think it just kind of fell off because I don't know how much attention it got once it came out in terms of not patches, but like new content and stuff.
Okay. Dude, but KOTOR.
Knights of the Pooping Republic.
Dude, what about that Revan Malik fan film I sent you?
Yeah, that was badass, man.
Dude, I love. I saw a TikTok where someone made like a meme about, and just going off about how like, you know, people on the internet are stupid. It's like I saw. I wanted to tag you in it. Someone made like a reference to like Malik or Reverend on a TikTok or whatever. And some jackass commented and they were like, oh, everyone's on the Revan hype train now. Revan's been my favorite Sith since like 2003 when KOTOR came out.
Who gives
a fuck? People are just like, oh, you're a really cool fucking guy, man. Like, other people have played KOTOR and other people like him. And then he started like backpedaling. He's like, no, I'm just saying because like, it's getting more attention now. And then like there's fans from back. It's like, who gives a fuck, man? One, you look like a fucking idiot. And two, like, okay, cool. Like people could be a fan of him. It's like people who are like, oh, I was a fan of Vader from the original series. It's like, okay, cool.
So we're like millions of other people. Idiot.
So was like half the fucking planet. Like, cool, dude, you're so special and edgy. So edgy, so different. You like that?
Oh, you big pooper.
God, I hate the internet sometimes. Ooh.
Well, is there any other news or anything other small items you want to touch up on?
Tremendous.
Oh, and then it was fucking, and she was fingering my asshole.
Dude, sick. What's funny?
That was a reference to Joey Diaz, by the way, not me. Just oh, also, I did finally look at that game you were telling me about, Expeditions Rome.
Yeah,
it looks good, and I've been meaning to get it. It's got pretty strong reviews. People really like it.
Yeah, so I saw it, and I was like, how the fuck have you not gotten this game yet? Like, this looks right up your alley.
And this is a really shitty take on my part, but part of it is that I'm so what's the word? I'm so comfortable and familiar with the way that Total War does Rome that I'm not interested, and I haven't had the drive to find another game that does it.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah, because it's like there's not really a lot of Roman games out there that do it like that. And it's like when you have Rome, which is kind of like this staple, it's like, all right, well, I'll just stick with this.
Rome Total War, it's hard to
it's hard to compete, I want to play another one.
Even this game, I don't quite know how the battles work, but it's definitely not the same as Total War, where you've got 10,000 dudes on the fucking screen.
Yeah, it looked more kind of like it looked almost more like Civ style, like Civilization style. But yeah, ooh, easy, ooh.
And I'm Joey Diaz. Tremendous.
You're tremendous.
Tremendous.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I really have nothing else to say.
Well, that's about it for me. We can do a little short episode.
Fuck yeah, easy. I mean, we're right on the money with time. Easy. Ooh.
Well, I've got a buddy coming over tomorrow who I will finally be able to try Phasmophobia and Forewarned in VR. So I'm excited.
Are you gonna drink beforehand?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, I'm assuming I'll let you know when we're getting on.
What VR are you gonna be using?
I think he has an Oculus.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say. I feel like if he's bringing shit over, it's probably a Quest.
Right.
I'm assuming your computer. The only thing is, does your computer have a USB-C port on it?
I don't know what that is, but probably.
It's like the newer USB port. It's like the smaller one.
Yeah, I think it does. I'll look.
Okay, yeah. If not, you can find like adapters in stores for like $5. But I know to plug into your PC, it needs a USB-C. All right. But yeah, episode fucking 57 of the KillCam shitcast, Comcast, the tremendous cast. Yeah, I hate this cast so fucking much.
Are you smiling?
Fuck yeah, I am not.
You want me to put my finger, rub it around my asshole, pull that one titty out, that one big titty? God, dude, Joey Diaz is crazy, man.
Yeah, if anyone stuck around to the end, just type in Joey Diaz your mom house and just watch that.
That's
podcast.
Again, just to clarify, that's not, none of those quotes are my quotes. Let me be clear.
It's 2 hours of just chaos. But yeah, this is episode 57. I'm K-Stu. I'm smiling.
Oh, you
I'm
giggle.
Tremendous.
Oh, you giggle.
I already shut this shit off.
Giggle.
Go poop.